DG ha? Ay, police ka eh. Di ba?
Yes, sir.
Oo. May persons of interest yun. Tapos, nung pinakakawala ng sandali po, pinakawala ng BID o wala? And did you file a case against the BID?
Mr. Chair, meron kasi
Sandali po, ay, question ko lang po, sagutin mo. Did you file a case against those BID
wala
people?
namang violation, Mr.
Ano
Chair.
wala violation? Sabi mo na nga, they are subject of that operation.
Mr. Chair,
Sandali po, yes or no lang.
hindi ko sir masagot na yes or no.
Hindi tanongin kita. Did you formally endorse them to the BID?
Let me ask si former DG of the PIDEA, Wilkins Villanueva. So when did you assume as Director General of PIDEA?
I was appointed May 22, 2020, Mr. Chair.
2020.
Yes,
But
Mr.
in
Chair.
2004, during that trade, you were already an operative of the...
I was the
illegal
regional
drugs.
director of the PIDEA Regional Office 11.
So PIDEA ka na nun.
At the same time, PACER kasi ako nung police pa sir ako noon eh.
What is PACER?
PACER, Police Anti-Crime Emergency Response.
Okay. So...
Yun yung pumalit sir sa PAOK, CTF.
Okay. So PACER, which also covers drugs.
Lahat yun sir, lahat.
So lahat ng anti-illegal, anti-criminality
Yes,
activities.
Mr. Chair.
So you were the regional director.
Yes, southern area office,
Oo.
southern part of Mindanao, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so you were part of the team that raided the Dumoy apartment. Apartment ba yun o warehouse?
I led the
Okay.
operation, Mr. Chair.
Okay, and during that operations, merong kayong na-apprehend ng mga Chinese nationals.
Wala kaming na-apprehend during the operation, Mr. Chair.
And
Operation on December 31, dun yun sir sa Dumoy Clandestine Laboratory.
okay.
So may 6 na namatay doon, Mr. Chair.
Yan ang I was referring to that.
Yes, Mr.
Meron
Chair.
pa bang iba?
Wala na, Mr. Chair.
So Dumoy lab,
Yes,
clandestine lab
clandestine
lang.
laboratory,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Walang Chinese nationals na apprehend doon.
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
But there were Chinese nationals who were...
That was on Arlene Apartment. At Arlene Apartment, Mr. Chair, kung saan doon nakatira yung grupo na, yun yung unang nilapagan, Mr. Chair, ng grupo na galing sa Maynila na we receive information from the USDEA that Chinese nationals were arriving at Davao City. So, sinundan namin at doon lumapag, Mr. Chair. Doon kami nag-umpisang magtrabaho sa Arlene Apartment.
So ibig sabihin, nagkaroon ng enkwentro, nagkabarilan doon sa Arlene apartment?
No, Mr. Chair. Arlene Apartment is in Agdao.
Okay. I was asking
Residential
you-
yon, Mr. Chair.
Okay, listen, DJ My question was, doon sa Dumoy ba, na clandestine laboratory, may na-apprehend na mga Chinese?
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
Wala. Tinuro mo yung Arlene apartment. So I thought that you were explaining to me that the Chinese that were apprehended inside the Arlene apartment. Tama ba yun?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So doon sila hinuli.
Buong apartment yun, sir. Isang linyang apartment. Lahat ng Chinese doon, sir, pinag-ano namin.
So, yun na nga.
namin.
So lahat ng Chinese doon sa linya ng apartment na yon, according to you, ay hinuli nyo
Yeah, for questioning, Mr. Chair.
for questioning. Now, I noticed in the list of the names of the Chinese nationals there, meron dong 14 years old tsaka isang 15 years old.
Hindi ko na matandaan kasi yung mga...
Can we show
ano,
again please? Can we show the list of the names at Comsec? Kasi merong 14 tsaka 15. So, ang ibig sabihin, lahat sila, ginather nyo doon sa Arlene apartment, pati yung 14 tsaka 15-year-old, tinanong nyo rin, in-interview nyo rin.
In-interview, Mr. Chair.
And then, do you still recall ano yung nangyari doon sa interview nyo?
Yung... we just want to find out yung relation nung mga isa't isa doon, sir. Kasi yung syndicate is kumuha ng 3 bahay, 3 pinto sa apartment. Doon sila lahat lalabas, may bibilihin na equipment, babalik doon. So in short, doon yung home base nung drug syndicate na nag-ooperate ng Dumoy. Yan sir. Yan yung whole area ng Arlene apartment. Diyan kami dinala galing sa airport. And this apartment, Mr. Chair, was the subject also of our previous operation, pero hindi nag-prosper. So, alam namin itong apartment na ito. In fact, Mr. Chair, nagpapasok pa kami ng, nagpa-employ pa kami ng tao dito, Mr. Chair, para araw-araw meron kaming lookout as katulong ng one of the apartments, Mr. Chair. So, what we did, lahat ng naandon na Chinese-looking, na nagre-reflect sa aming mga surveillance camera, pinag-i-invite namin, Mr. Chair, to find out more doon sa post-operation investigation. At hindi ko na matandaan yan, Mr. Chair, eh. Kasi sama-sama yan.
Kasama ba dyan yung 6 Chinese nationals that were killed?
Wala, Mr. Chair, kasi you shoot, doon, una sa shootout sila namatay, sir, eh. Doon sa Dumoy Laboratory. This was after the operation sa Dumoy clandestine laboratory, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so ibig sabihin, yung namatay na 6 plus ito, yan yung mga Chinese na nandiyan dyan.
Nadaan doon, Mr. Chair. Nadaan
Okay.
doon.
So, I was given an information that after the Dumoy raid, I think ikaw din yata nag-lead nitong team na to, you went to a CDO Cagayan de Oro warehouse to make a follow-up. Tama ba yan?
Yes, Mr. Chair. That was after the conduct of post-operation investigation. Ibig sabihin, Mr. Chair, lahat ng basura doon, tiningnan natin, lahat ng karton, tiningnan natin yung mga kung saan galing, tinuro ngayon kami sa Cagayan de Oro City, Mr. Chair.
Do you remember the exact address of the Cagayan de Oro?
It was on a warehouse, Mr. Chair, eh. Meron kasi rentahan ng warehouse sa Cagayan de Oro na pinaparentahan, each and every warehouse. Doon namin nakita yung iba pang laboratory
Equipment. Okay.
Ang thinking ko, Mr. Chair, is after sa Dumoy Laboratory, mag-establish sila na another laboratory
Sa Cagayan,
de Oro.
Okay. Do you recall kung sino may-ari ng warehouse?
Same, Johnson Chua, Mr.
Johnson
Chair.
Chua rin.
Yes, sir. So, ang ginagawa kasi modus nila, Mr. Chair, is pag naubos na yung chemicals sa isang area, hindi na sila maglilipat. Kukuha na naman ng bagong chemicals doon sa ini-establish nilang laboratory. So, hindi sila natapos dito dahil na-stop na nga, sir, yung operation nila. If you can see doon sa presentation nila, there was another warehouse doon sa Agdao naman, Mr. Chair. Naka-ready yun for that clandestine laboratory. This clandestine laboratory, Mr. Chair, is just 5 days old.
Yung Agdao?
Yes, no, in Dumoy.
Okay.
Kasi from the start of the manufacture, 5 years, kaya walang nang nailabas doon, Mr. Chair, eh. Walang nailabas na gamit or doon dahil naagapan namin. Otherwise, uubusin nila lahat ng chemicals na naandun sa Agdao na warehouse. And also, doon sa Polytex naman. Kasi kung makikita nyo, merong malaking air scrubber doon, Mr. Chair, doon sa Polytex, sa Bunawan, yun yung ilalagay nila sa Cagayan de Oro. And they will be building a bigger laboratory, bigger than that in Dumoy, Mr. Chair.
So, sa iyong palagay, konektado yung Dumoy, Agdao, and then the one in Cagayan de Oro?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, yan ay sindikato nung
Mr. Chair,
sinasabi?
dinala kami doon. 24/7 na kasi yung coverage namin doon sa grupo. So there were times from Davao City, dediretsyong Cagayan de Oro. Yung tao natin, sir, susunod hanggang Cagayan de Oro. Mag-check, uutos na agad ako na mag-check-in ng hotel at magbibili na ng damit agad, Mr. Chair, dahil ang bit-bit nila kung ano yung suot lang nila, eh.
Okay.
So talagang coverage yun. For 3 months covered, 24/7 yung operation na yun.
Who was the main personality doon sa inyong 24/7 ninyong monitoring?
Si Alan C. is the operations officer. Siya yung bumibili ng mga freezer, ng iba't ibang gamit. Si Jed Pilapil-C, convicted na ito, nakakulong na ito, sir.
Yung asawa ito.
Asawa ni Alan C.
Okay.
Kasama rin sa bumibili ng gamit, and si Jong Pilapil, kapatid ni Jed C, ganun din, sir. Procurement officers din
So
sila.
si Jed Pilapil si Pilipino yan, no? Yung Jong Pilapil ay Pilipino.
Pilipino rin yan.
Ang asawa niya ay si Alan C,
Alan
who
C.
is a Chinese national.
Yes, Mr.
Now,
Chair.
ang ibig niyo sabihin, yung Dumoy, Agdao, and Cagayan de Oro, si Alan C and family yan. Walang ibang personality na involved. Maybe a financier or the owner of the warehouse, yung mga ganyan. Anong...
We believe, Mr. Chair, si Alan C. is only in Cagayan de Oro base. Siya yung operations officer doon. But ang main player doon is si Johnson Chua.
okay. Yun yung Johnson Chua that was presented as the alleged mastermind.
Yes, Mr.
Okay.
Chair. Siya rin yung siya rin yung nag-rent doon sa Cagayan de Oro City. For the information of the body, Mr. Chair, binayaran nila yung Cagayan de Oro City ng warehouse cash 1 year.
Okay.
Pero hindi pa nila tinirahan yun. Naglagay lang sila ng mga gamit doon, Mr. Chair.
And na-recover niyo yung mga gamit?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Ano yung mga gamit?
Ganun din, sir. Kung ano yung nakita mo dito sa laboratory,
So, kung-
ganun din yung
Ang
naandun.
ano yun? Pang-laboratory?
Laboratory, ano, sir?
Okay. So, is Johnson Chua a Chinese Filipino or
I believe
Chinese?
he's Chinese national,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
So, what are the other information you have gathered kay Mr. Johnson Chua?
Ganito kasi yan, Mr. Chair. We were overwhelmed. Kokonti lang ang PIDEA noon. Yung age SOT ni Colonel Asierto is 6 lang sila, sir. Isang team lang sila eh. Overwhelmed talaga kami ng trabaho. Now, yung nakita na namin, Mr. Chair, na nagdadry na sila, on the drying stage na sila, sir, we immediately applied for a search warrant kay Judge on December 29 of 2004. The search warrant was granted by Judge Fuentes. So initially ang tutok ng buo, kukunti lang kami no, sir, less than 28 lang ang PIDEA nun sa Region 11. Ang tutok namin is yung laboratory. But we know na merong mga different warehouses na binibisita. 5 warehouses yun, Mr. Chair, yung pinocover namin. 3 doon, 2 doon ng warehouse, nag-positive, tsaka isang laboratory. So inuna namin yung laboratory. Kaya kung makikita nyo doon, Mr. Chair, December 31, we conducted anti-clandestine laboratory operation doon sa Dumoy. Natapos yun, Mr. Chair. Immediately, pumunta kami ngayon sa warehouse, doon sa Arlene apartment. Nung gabi na rin yun, Mr. Chair. Para maagapan, baka makuha namin yung mga naando na surveillance namin, baka makita namin doon sa apartment. Kasama na po doon si General Simeon Dizon, kasama doon si Mayor Duterte, kasama...
Yan, yung nasa pictures kanina.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
Mr. Chair. So, nag-backtrack, post-investigation, nakita namin yung sinubaybayan namin another warehouse sa Agdao, nag-apply na naman kami ng another warrant for that. That is why January 4 na i-implement yung sa Agdao, Mr. Chair. And then another warehouse or yung Polytex, Davao Polytex International, doon namin nakuha naman yung scrubber. January 5 naman yon, Mr. Chair.
Pagka merong bang may possession ng scrubber, CPEC
Yes,
ba yan?
Mr. Chair.
So kasama yan dun sa
Laboratory.
CPEX. Okay, so part of the laboratory.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So if you're caught with possession of a scrubber, as you call it, you are liable against the you are violating.
Walang violation, Mr. Chair, pero definitely, pang-laboratory yun, Mr. Chair. Pang-yun.
Okay. So wala ba ibang gumagamit ng scrubber?
Wala po.
Okay. I don't know if this is a coincidence. Kasi when you made a follow-up operation sa Cagayan de Oro, dun sa warehouse na yon, do you remember where the location of the warehouse is? Hindi mo na matandaan
Hindi
yung
ko na
address?
ma-recall, Mr. Chair, pero dun sa... Hindi.
Kasi I was given an information na yung warehouse na yan ay located doon sa area where allegedly the brother of Michael Yang, Mr. Tony Yang, has a business.
Possible, Mr.
So
Chair.
I don't know if this is a coincidence, no? Na medyo malapit sa mga Yang itong usapin tungkol sa Shabu clandestine laboratory.
Yes. But Mr. Chair, kasi during that time, talagang wala kaming personality na Michael Yang eh.
Okay.
Kaya hindi namin pinansin, hindi nga kilala si Michael Yang. Kasi si Johnson Chua lang, sir, ang kilala namin.
Okay.
Now, during the, while we were on the intelligence and surveillance operation sa Dumoy, biglang lumabas, according to Colonel Asierto, lumabas yung pangalan ng Alan Lim. Dahil si Alan Lim, Mr. Chair, is subject nila sa Cavite. Pero hindi ko kilala si Alan Lim. So, kala ni Colonel Asierto na si Alan Lim is same person with Alan C. Kaya, nasa Manila si Colonel Asierto, so tinawagan niya ako, Bok, si Alan C. nahuli. Sabi ko, paano mahuhuli? Nandito yan. Nasa Arlene apartment eh. So, it came out na si Alan Lim na alleged owner ng Cavite Clandestine Laboratory is different from Alan C. sa Davao Dumoy Laboratory, Mr. Chair. But, si Michael Yang wala doon sa personality, Mr. Chair eh. Kasi kung naandun siya sa personality, Mr. Chair, kasama siya sa kinuha namin.
So,
Kasama siya dun sa listahan na naandun, Mr. Chair.
wala kayong mga information
wala,
sa
Mr. Chair.
intelligence reports, wala siya.
Wala po.
walang,
But si Johnson Chua, Mr. Chair, ang main player.
Is there a
That we thought
connection
during
or
that
link between Johnson Chua and Mr. Michael Yang?
time. Wala po, Mr. Chair.
Wala? No business transactions?
He-
Nothing?
we did not conduct the post-operation investigation on Michael Yang because wala nga siya sa personality namin, including sa AIDSOT personality. Kasi
When you did your intel gathering against Mr. Johnson Chua, wala kayong wala kayong nakita na Michael Yang doon.
wala po.
So, you're telling us that Michael Yang is not in any way, as per you, not connected with Johnson Chua Syndicate.
Michael Yang is not collected in Dumoy Laboratory.
No, overall. Kahit
I'm in charge of the Dumoy, Mr. Chair. Wala naman akong pakialam sa buong Pilipinas eh. Regional Office 11 lang ako, sir eh. So, doon ako sa Dumoy. And we made sure ni Colonel Asierto, sino yung personality niya, sino yung personality ko. Wala namang Michael Yang doon. Kasi kung naandun yung Michael Yang, hahanapin namin. Maliit lang ang Davao, Mr. Chair eh. Hanapin namin. But si Johnson Chua, lumabas kasi yung pangalan ni Johnson Chua dun sa toll record na nakita na nasa Davao City. So we identified na naandun yung Johnson Chua. But hindi pa namin namumukaan kung sino yung Johnson Chua during that time. Kasi focus kami, Mr. Chair, sa laboratory. Nakatakas yung Johnson Chua na sana nakuha namin, Mr. Chair. Kasi nung January 1, nagdatingan lahat ng big sa Davao City, sir eh. Naandun si late General Reyes, naandun si DG Abinido, naandun si General Aglipay, naandun si General De Leon. So naandun lahat. Instead of me conducting post-operation, intelligence operation, investigation, nag-entertain kami, sir, ng bisita on January 1. Doon nakatakas si Johnson Chua, sir. Na sana, kami, na-identify yung yung bahay. Later na namin na-identify yung bahay eh.
So, nag-entertain muna kayo ng bisita bago na...
That's what happened, Mr. Chair.
Baklase yun na. This guy is a big-time drug lord. And napataka siya because nag-entertain tayo ng bisita. Anyway, so lastly, ito, there were reports, no? According to, if I'm not mistaken, I heard it dun sa statement ni Mr. Las Cañas, no? Na itong mga Chinese nationals na nahuli ay tinanong siya, no? Tinanong sila, nasan yung inyong passport? yung inyong para ma-ascertain yung identities nitong mga to. And they mentioned the name na nasa boss namin. Sabi nila, nasa boss namin, ang pangalan ng boss nila ay si Mr. Michael Yang. So, and that actually is the information na nakuha ng informer. Kaya nalaman natin na itong si Michael Yang ay may malaking posibilidad na involved dito sa Johnson Chua drug syndicate.
Mr. Chair, si Las Cañas wala dun sa operation eh. Wala nga, hindi ko nga nakita during 3 months of operation namin yung mukha ni Las Cañas eh. Kaya hindi ko alam kung saan nanggagaling yung sinasabi niya eh.
Okay, so sige, that's noted. The next to interpolate is Congressman Keith Flores. You have 10 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I just want to follow up lang on the issue of Alan Lim, sir. Because I remember in the previous hearing, Director Wilkins Villanueva, you testified that he is not the same person that had a case filed in Pampanga ba yan? Or saan yan?
Cavite, Mr.
In
Chair.
Cavite. Do you confirm that statement pa?
Mr. Chair, ang ginamit kong basis doon, Mr. Chair, is yung SOI na ibinigay ni Captain Perote sa PIDEG, sa HSOT. So,
Can you tell me what's an SOI?
summary of information.
Okay.
So, inilagay niya doon sa kaliwa, si alleged Alan Lim, inilagay niya doon sa kanan, yung Alan Lim na kasama ni President. Eh, ang laki ng diferensya, sir eh. Yung Alan Lim sa kaliwa, nakatikwas, sir, yung ilong eh. If you can, naandun, sir, sa ano?
Ang basis naman ng distinction nyo, sir, is just the photograph.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Yes, sir.
So, as PIDEA Chief, hindi mo ba na-confirm na he is the same person na may kaso? Or
Alan Lim na nasa Cavite, Mr. Chair, is yun yung may kaso. Yun yung Alan Lim na acquitted.
And you are certain that he is not the same Alan Lim na yung sa Parmali, yung sa...
Kasi wala akong information, Mr. Chair, about yung Alan Lim na ina-allege ni Perote. Ang information ko is yung Alan Lim na nahuli sa Cavite. So kinumpare ko, Mr. Chair, si Alan Lim na nasa Cavite, nakatikwas yung ilong eh.
Kaya nga, sir, I'm going back to the question na you just confirmed it by comparing the photographs.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, now, how about the current PIDEA, ASEC Gumban? Sir, can you make a definitive distinction, no? Kung si Alan Lim na nung may kaso sa Cavite is the same person as the Alan Lim that we have in the Parmali mess and in the pictures with the president, the former president rather.
According to Asierto again, sir, the picture there near the president is Alan Lim, which is also collaborated by Nono Lim. That is his husband. That is the
Pero
battle.
other than the allegations of Asierto, wala kayong ibang ebidensya po? Na it's the same person na nung may drug case doon sa Cavite? Para po, klaro kasi, di ba, his name keeps popping up and nandun pa sa pictures with the President Duterte. It's also unfair naman na if he's actually not the same person po that we are talking about. Kaya, I'm asking you, as the ASEC for PIDEA, kung siya ba ang one and the same person para we stop talking about this guy, kung hindi man.
Sir, based on the picture, the side by side, the angle is just different, but we believe that is the same person.
So other than the picture, may fingerprints ba dun sa kaso niya, file niya?
So far, none, sir.
So far none, did you go to the Cavite court? On his arrest record, wala bang fingerprints yan? When a person is arrested, hindi ba kinukunan ng fingerprints yan?
We will get the case folder, sir, in the court.
Can we do that? Para at least hindi tayo paikot-ikot ng kwento di ba? Na sabi, ito, same, sabi, hindi. And we're dragging other people down just because of certain allegations of certain persons, like the allegations of Colonel Asierto. Para klaro tayo, sir. Can we do that?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Will that also be, you agreeable with that, General?
Yes, Mr.
Villanueva?
Chair. Yes,
Para
yes.
once and for all,
Mr.
matutukan
Chair, ganito
natin.
po kasi yan eh. I was called sa yung last Congress para i-brief ang Congress about yun nga, yung participation ng Alan Lim and Michael Yang. So nagbigay ako, Mr. Chair, ng presentation sa last Congress natin, Mr. Chair. It was, I think, headed by Congressman Aglipay. So yun lang naman ang basis ko because walang information on Michael Yang eh. Hanggang ngayon nga, hindi nga nila ma-pinpoint na yung Michael Yang eh. Involved talaga sa, during that time, wala talagang Michael Yang. But, si Alan Lim, hindi ko ma-pinpoint kung yan ba yung Alan Lim ng laboratory sa Cavite or hindi. So, what I did, ginamit ko lang yung SOI ni Captain Perote na dalawang picture.
Yes, sir.
Ang laki ng diferensya eh.
Kasi ang akin naman po, is it's very flimsy din po if we just compare it with one picture. Di ba? Shouldn't it be incumbent upon us to dig deeper into it? The allegations are so serious na it involves the former president. His association with the former president, his association with an incumbent senator. Diba nga, dapat tingnan din natin kasi what if it is true that it is the same person na may kaso sa Cavite about drugs? Di ba? Hindi ba mapapahiya tayo na ang former president natin is associated with someone who is involved with and who is publicly said that he is against drugs, di ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Pangit eh.
Mr. Chair.
Kaya we're talking about these things na parang simple lang siya na allegations. It's a very serious allegation. It has very serious implications. Not just now, but for even for the past administration po.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Para naman na hindi tayo parang guilt by association lang as far as the president is concerned, or if totoo naman na siya yun, what is he doing with these persons? Na alam naman ng may reports naman na he is involved with the trade. 'Di ba?
Mr.
And
Chair.
it also brings into question his clear association with Michael Yang. Kasi nga there are corporations where they are partners with, 'di ba? So hindi mo ma-erase po yung parang a conclusion that one would have na involved nga sila kung totoo man na he is one and the same person that had a drug case in Cavite.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair,
Go ahead, sir.
alam mo, Mr. Chair, hindi dapat magiging ganito ito kung si Colonel Asierto ay nagbigay ng validated information kay General Bato at kay General Aquino. Kasi yung interview mo, Madam Luistro, about Colonel Asierto, ang sabi lang niya, galing sa informant ko. So, yung information ni Michael Yang ay coming from informant of Colonel Asierto. As an operative, meron akong informant, dapat ako ang nag-lay down ng validation sa information na ibinigay sa akin. Hindi ko yan ipapasa kay Chief PNP tsaka Chief PDEA kung raw fa ang
Sir,
information.
I agree with you na wrong nga yun. But would you also not agree with me na serious allegations like that brought to you as a Chief PNP, aksyonan mo rin dapat, di ba? Hindi mo lang ipatulog dyan na parang wala lang, di ba? Dapat you should have done something about it din. It puts into question din, bakit hindi inaksyonan ni Senator Bato yung report niya, Senator, regardless of the fact na raw information lang yun. Because it's serious yung allegations eh.
Yes.
Kasama ng presidente. Economic advisor ng presidente is in close relations with someone who has a drug laboratory in Cavite.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Now, again, if I were to ask you, if you were the Chief PNP, binigyan ka ng raw information, would you have done something about it?
Mr. Chair, ang gagawin ko doon, Mr. Chair, ikaw ang nagbigay ng information, gawin mong intelligence yung information mo. Kasi yung information mo is not an intelligence. It's not actionable.
Okay.
So, ang sasabihin ko sa kanya, O share to. Gawin mong intelligence yung information mo. Huwag mo akong utusan.
Ginawa ba yun ni Bato?
Hindi ko alam, Mr. Chair.
Based on the allegations
I
sa
don't have-
Pasierto, hindi nga siya kinausap ni Bato about that report eh. You yourself said, if you were Chief PNP, investigahan mo yan. Di ba? At least you do something about it.
Yes, yes.
Not just forget about it.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So yung questions naman on the yung 11 pa nga daw na nahuli on the apartment, not in Dumoy na this time, di ba?
Yes, Mr.
But
Chair.
supposedly it was an offshoot of that Dumoy raid. Tama po ba? Ang pagkaintindi ko? Parang offshoot siya na
Yes.
resulta ng Dumoy raid.
Follow up yun, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Follow up.
Di ba? Anong nangyari doon sa 11?
After questioning, dahil mga Chinese looking, pinavalidate namin sa BID. Initially, naandun lahat sa BID yung mga naandun sa Arlene apartment.
Tapos
Mr.
may resulta ba ang investigation ng BID na alam ninyo or something?
After that, Mr. Chair, pinawalan na lang ng BID eh.
Okay.
Kasi focus kami on the after operation naman, nung different laboratories na naman.
Yes, but then I have a question. These are persons who were turned over to the BID, which you said were siguro discovered, not apprehended, discovered as a reason, as an offshoot of the Dumoy raid. Tama po ba? So no matter if it's not a direct link, but pero may links supposedly. Kasi magkasunod tong pangyayaring ito, di ba? Now the fact that you turned them over to the BID, hindi ba sila maging persons of interest man lang at the very least?
Person of interest actually, Mr. Chair.
Now, if they are persons of interest and BID let them go, how come it did not bother to follow up? Anong nangyari sa 11 na to? Sabi mo nga lang, person of interest sila.
28 lang kami noon, Mr. Chair. We have as priority requirement. Follow up on another laboratories. Kasi nga, ang dami na naming nakuhang sa anti-clandestine laboratory operation, ang dami ng different areas na pwedeng...
Pero nagbunga na.
Oh yes,
It leads
Mr.
to
Chair.
other areas.
Dapat sa kanila na yun, Mr. Chair. Dapat feedback nila kami dahil focus na kami doon na talaga sa Mr. Chair. Just to find out, kasi meron naman Davao City Police Office, Mr. Chair. Sila na yung nag-take charge doon sa...
Sir, you were the lead agency that time.
Yes, Mr. Chair. But again, task priority requirement. Mas priority ko yung next laboratory kung saan kami pupunta.
Okay, I understand na mas important yung next laboratories. But again, I'll go back to your assertions kanina na they were persons of interest. Yet, they seem to have just been forgotten like bula lang na nag-vanish into thin air. We don't even know what happened to them. Is BID here?
Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead.
with the indulgence of Kong Flores, can I ask question lang po kay...
Okay, with the indulgence of Congressman
Thank you.
Flores.
Sundan ko lang po. Kasi, DG, sinabi mo na persons of interest. Now, sabi mo naman, yung focus nyo is from the other project or lab. But still, kung pwede naman yun, the following day, because those 11 persons of interest with regards to drugs, di ba? DG ay police ka eh. Di ba?
Yes, sir.
Oo. Persons of interest yun. Tapos, nung pinakakawala ng sandali po, pinakawala ng BID, okay lang kayo? Sige nga.
Sir, what I mean with persons of interest, it's possible person.
Kaya nga, whatever, because they are not yet, hindi nga pwede ikulong doon sa yung sinabi mo, Davao City Police Office, hindi. Wala pa naman silang kaso eh. Tama yun sa BID. But, even the following day, the following week, dapat pinalo up nyo. Bakit biglang nawala? And did you file a case against the BID?
Mr. Chair, meron kasi
Sandali po, ang question ko lang po, sagutin mo. Did you file a case against those BID people?
wala po, Mr. Chair.
Why?
Wala namang violation, Mr.
Ano
Chair.
wala violation? Sabi mo na nga, they are subject of that operations. Persons of interest. Di ba? Oh, now, question. Ito, are they formally endorsed to BID? DG?
Mr. Chair,
Sandali po, yes or no lang.
hindi ko sir masagot na yes or no.
Sige, hindi tanongin kita. Did you formally endorse them to the BID?
Merong PIDEA doon nakasama.
Sino ang PIDEA?
Hindi ko na matandaan, Mr. Chair.
Nak lang.
Yes,
Pwede ba yun?
Mr. Chair, that was 20 years ago, Mr. Chair.
Ito, sinong BID doon, that time?
Hindi ko rin matandaan na kung sino yung BID.
Mayor ni Siaka,
Mr. Chair.
DJDG, sandali po. Patapusin muna ako. Hindi pwede hindi mo matandaan. Kasi yung Dumoy raid na yun, napakalaking raid yun. Tapos, tinurn-over nyo, hindi mo matandaan. Kaya tinanong kita, if you formally endorse those 11 Chinese, kasi po, may statement ng presidente din na pinagpapat niya. DG ha? You're telling me, maniwala ako dito, na hindi mo matandaan? And you claim that those 11 are persons of interest, then suddenly, nirelease ng BID? Wala kayong ginawa? In fact, ang basic doon, police ka. Ang basic doon, you should have investigated why the BID released those 11 persons of interest. Di ba? Eh, police ka eh. Subject niyo yun eh. Eh, hindi mo ako mapaniwala. DG. Ewan ko sa mga members dito, kung maniwala na hindi mo alam kung ano nangyari doon. Di ba? Simple lang po. Dineklara mo persons of interest of 11. Nirelease ng BID. Ang reason mo is that you're busy on those other projects. Eh, the day after, the week after. Di ba? Hindi naman tayo dito, hindi ako pulis, pero marunong din ako mag-imbestiga. At kung ako nandun, kung talagang tunay na trabaho natin, hindi ko hayaan yun na makawala. Without doing deeper investigation that 11. Eh ngayon, yung reason mo, hindi mo matandaan. O BID, nandito ba ang BID?
Earlier, they were here, Your Honor.
Mr. Chairman, can we direct the BID? Nandiyan naman po yung PETSA. Nung Dumoy raid, can we direct the BID? Who are those officials of the BID
Mr. Chair,
in Davao?
Okay. Comsec, please coordinate with BID.
Para magkaalaman, baka mamaya yung BID na yun.
Okay. Congressman Acop, with the indulgence of Congressman Paduano,
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair,
and the indulgence of Congressman Flores. Yes.
Of course, I will yield to
Sorry,
Chairman
Your Honor.
Acop, of course.
para lang ito yung information kasi hinahanap ni Honorable Paduano kung sino ang BID noon eh. We have here Police Superintendent Winnie Kidato who was then the BID head. Hindi po ba?
Good afternoon.
On record na nasa akin.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, Your Honors. I was then detailed with the Bureau of Immigration at that time. But I'm not the head, Your Honor.
Oh, are you familiar with that case?
Yes, Your
Sir?
Honor.
Oh, so what happened with that 11? That was turned over to you.
They were not turned over to me, Your Honor.
No, to the BID, to the Bureau. Yun yung claim niya, no eh. Do you confirm that there are 11 Chinese personality that was endorsed to you?
Your Honor, I was assigned in the main office of the Bureau of Immigration.
So you're not familiar with that case?
I'm familiar because I was called at that time by our Commissioner, Commissioner Alipio Fernandez, to go to Davao. So that was on the, he called me up on the 31st of December to go to Davao. And I said, sir, I'm very sorry because I cannot buy any more tickets. The planes are already full. So may I go the following morning? So yung kinabukasan po, pumunta po ako doon. Yun po sa invitation na rin ng PNP para magkakasama-sama raw po, merong representative doon ng immigration. Kasi nandun nga po yung mga top brasses. Nandun po yung AFP, nandun po yung PNP, nandun po sa Jalaglipay, at marami pa pong iba. So, I'm representing BID at that time. Nung nadatnan ko po sila, kumpleto na po ang kanilang yung around I arrived at around 9 o'clock in the morning, between 9 and 10, Your Honor. Kasama ko po yung mga sila Chel Aglipay. Magkakasama po kami doon.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Congressman Ako, please proceed.
I have here a copy of the logbook of PDEA 11, 2004. Logbook number 4061, dated January 1, 2005, at 10:35 in the morning. It's stated here, PDEA personnel left this office led by SPO3 Baltasar Carillo, with the BID personnel led by Police Superintendent Winnie Kidato, proceeded at Arlene Apartment and Torres Street, Barrio Obrero, Davao City, to follow up on clandestine laboratory and Shabu Laboratory for records purposes and future reference. It was signed by SPO1 Juanito P. Tanod, Duty Desk Officer. Would this lie? Hindi totoo ito?
Sir
O
Chair, Your
gawa-gawa
Honor,
lang ng PDEA Region 11?
that is not how I remembered it, Your Honor. Sorry.
I do not know. That's why we are asking questions here. Why? Because we have documents.
After po na mag-arrive po ako sa Davao, ay kasama ko po yung mga ibang mga top brass. Bumisita po kami diretso po doon sa site. Doon po sa Dumoy, sa place po kung saan nangyari yung encounter nung gabi, previous na night. Hindi po ako nakatapak doon sa Arlene Apartment. Wala pa akong napuntahan na ganon. Anyway, nung pumunta po ako doon, nandun po nagko-coordinate po ang mga immigration, mga police. Ang immigration po was led by their alien control officer, o yung pinaka-chief po ng Region 11 na immigration at the time. Ako po, tumuloy po ako doon sa Dumoy. And after that, the same afternoon, lumipad na po ako pabalik dito sa Pilipinas. Sa Manila. Sorry po.
Sino yung immigration? Nandun.
Hindi ko na po maalala yung pangalan ng alien control officer, but that will be available, sir, sa office po ng immigration po, siguro, sir, sa admin.
But you met also DG Wilkins on that. Isan, sir, nakita ba kayo?
Yes, sir. Magkasama po kami doon sa airport.
So alam mo yung 11. Alam mo yung case ng 11.
Hindi ko po
Why the BID National Office sent you in Davao? For what purpose?
It was upon the invitation, sir, of General Aglipay, extended to our commissioner then at the time, Commissioner Alipio Fernandez, so that the BI can be on board on this project.
So, ibig sabihin, prior to that operation, may invitation na sa inyo.
The night, nung afternoon po, ng 31st ng December.
Pero dumating ka, tapos na.
Kinabukasan na po. January 1 na po yun.
So, it is true na pumunta ka rin doon sa sa apartment.
Hindi po ako nakatapak po doon. Maaring na-misconstrue lang kasi ako po yung from the main office, kaya sinabi ako nag-lead, pero actually, meron na po silang coordination doon na nangyayari eh. Kaya siguro nalagyan lang yung pangalan ko doon, sir.
Sa local.
Opo. Meron na po local coordinations na, sir.
Pero hindi mo natandaan yung pangalan nung nasa local?
Tingnan ko po, lalaki po siya, matanda na. I will try to remember his name, sir. If I will ask the immigration, sir, for his name.
Lahat na lang ng mga personnel ng BID na involved doon sa operations na yun. Anyway, Mr. Chairman, we have already directed the COMSEC to coordinate with BID. COMSEC? COMSEC? Yung sa BID po, please coordinate. Makuha natin lahat ng pangalan tapos imbitahan natin the next hearing. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Congressman Paduano. Congressman Flores, please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. DG Wilkins, sir, last na lang po, a few more questions lang about that Dumoy raid po. Di ba all 6 Chinese nationals were in the Dumoy laboratory?
Come again, Mr. Chair.
Yung 6 na Chinese nationals were in the Dumoy laboratory, tama
Yes,
ba?
Mr. Chair.
I saw that picture na parang they were found in different areas of the laboratory. Correct?
Come again, Mr.
They
Chair.
were found in the different areas of the laboratory, meaning hindi sila isang room lang.
Hiwa-hiwalay yun.
Yeah.
Sa ilalim yon, sa first floor yon, Mr. Chair.
Hiwa-hiwalay, di ba?
Hiwa-hiwalay yun, Mr. Chair.
And their death was a result of nanlaban.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
How many firearms were recovered from that area?
3 o 4, Mr. Chair. I cannot remember.
How can that be, DG, if 3 or 4 lang yung firearms tapos 6 yung pinatay na nanlaban? Paano yan?
Mr. Chair, yung pinaka-dulo, kasi nagkabarila na.
Yes, sir.
Pinakamahirap, Mr. Chair, yung magkabarilan sa loob ng clandestine laboratory dahil may hydrodegenator yon.
Okay.
Sasabog yon, Mr. Chair.
Alright.
So, after that, kinlear yung area. Yung isang AIDSOT, Mr. Chair, pumunta sa pinakadulo ng laboratory.
HSOT is what? I'm sorry.
AIDSOT is Anti-Illegal Drug Special Operations Task Force under Colonel Asierto.
Okay.
So, wala siyang body. Pumunta sa pinakadulo, Mr. Chair, kasi naandun yung pinaka parang lababo or something, drainage. Mr. Chair, may bigla sumulpot na isang inchik doon. Talagang nakal yung AIDSOT. That was the 6th Chinese national that was killed. Talagang yung AIDSOT na naandun,
So,
Mr. Chair, is talaga, walang baril yun, Mr. Chair.
Unarmed but was fighting.
Pero
yan.
talagang, Mr. Chair, kasi yung mga tao na 6 doon, ay talagang grabe sa droga. Yung talagang,
Ay.
yung water pipe nila, Mr. Chair, usually water pipe, maliit lang. Yung water pipe nila, Mr. Chair, nasa nasa mineral water. Ganon sila kabigat sa droga during that time.
So I just wanted that clarified because I remember na iyan nga, ilan lang yung firearms na recover and that there were more persons who died compared to the firearms that were recovered in that area. So that's why I asked about it.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So again, Pidea, can we act on my request kanina na compare natin yung fingerprints based on the case file of that Alan Lim in Cavite?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And can we do it as soon as possible para at least
Yes, sir, we will
sundukan natin
submit it.
tong identity ng person na to? Ha?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you,
Very
Congressman
quick, Mr.
Flores.
Chair.
Yes, Congressman Luistro.
Mr. Kidato, sabi niyo po kanina magkasama kayo ni DG Wilkins Villanueva sa airport. Ano pong petsa at oras ito?
Paglapag po namin, nandun na po sila. So
What time
around
is that?
it's between 9:30 and 10 o'clock.
Would you know why nandun si DG Villanueva?
Nandun po nagsama-sama po dumating kasi ma'am yung mga top brass na sinasabi po niya. Ako naman po nagre-represent ako ng Bureau of Immigration, si Congressman Alipio Fernandez. So nandun din po kami. And afterwards, sabay-sabay po kami pumunta doon po sa Dumoy, doon po sa laboratory na kung saan nangyari noong previous night yung sinasabing parang enkwentro.
Would you confirm kung ang dahilan kung bakit dumating itong top officials is because of the Dumoy
Yes, ma'am.
operation?
Yes,
That is
ma'am.
the reason. So
Yes.
I suppose as well, Mr. Kedato, that during that time, nagkaroon din po kayo ng briefing coming from DG Villanueva, being the one in charge of the operation. Tapos dumating po yung mga key officials. Tama po ba?
Hindi po. Nauna po kasi sila General Aglipay at iba po pong top brass. Nahuli po ako. So, ang naabutan ko lang po yun, yung middle ng parang usapan kung ano nangyari nung previous night.
In other words, Mr. Kedato, aside from DG Villanueva, sino pa po ang present among the key officials when you arrive at the airport?
Ang naalala ko po doon, si Colonel Asierto, Wilkins, si previous na Chief of Staff, AFP, Carlos, at mas naalala ko si ma'am yung yung aking unit ng PNP si General Aglipay po. Kasi siya nag-imbita po sa amin.
And of course, you are aware that the reason why you were sent to Davao is because of the Dumoy operation. Tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you bother to ask for update, briefing from the PIDEA?
It was happening at the time when I arrived, ma'am. They were
And-
doing the briefings.
Was it mentioned during the briefing that there were 11 Chinese nationals who were turned over to the Bureau of Immigration?
Wala po, ma'am. Wala po noon.
Don't you find it...
Ang sabi lang po sa amin doon, ma'am, there will be another operations. Nakikipag-coordinate po yung PIDEA with the local BI office doon sa Davao at
Don't
that
you
time.
find it strange, Mr. Kidato?
Na ano
The
po, ma'am?
reason why the Bureau of Immigration, you were sent to Davao, is because there were foreign nationals who were apprehended and allegedly were turned over to the Bureau of Immigration of Davao City. Don't you find it strange na hindi po kayo in-update ni Director General Villanueva about that turned over that happened just a night ago, a day ago?
Ma'am, allow me to explain, Your Honor. Nalaman ko lang po na meron pong nangyayaring mga iba pang operations. Nung nandoon na po ako doon sa Dumoy, na sinasabi nila simultaneously meron po silang ini-implement na parang check doon sa other side naman po, doon sa parang apartment. But I have not set foot over there, ma'am.
Mr. Kidato, you mentioned a while ago that they conducted a briefing when you arrived.
Yes, ma'am. Informal po.
And I believe that this is one salient incident which transpired during that Dumoy operation. And the reason why BI is being represented during this time is because it involves foreign nationals. Tama po ba?
Yes, ma'am.
You were informed that there were 6 Chinese nationals.
Doon po nakafocus, ma'am, yung
Yes,
briefing.
but why were you not informed that there were 11 Chinese nationals who were turned over alive to the Bureau of Immigration?
Later ko na lang po nalaman yun, ma'am, nung bandang hapon na po.
From whom? Was it an official information?
Yes, ma'am. From General Wilkins, Colonel Wilkins.
With all due respect, I find it somewhat like a selective briefing. You were briefed about those who were killed, but you were not briefed at all officially with respect to the 11 turned over alive to the Bureau of Immigration.
As I understand from the briefing that he was saying a while ago, ginawa yata po kailang operations sa Arlene. Nung kami nandoon pa yata sa Dumoy, while we were visiting Dumoy, and I had no information about that kung ilan na nahuhuli o may hinuhuli ba, ma'am. Yun lang po.
You arrive at around 9 o'clock? Is that what you said?
At around between 9:30 and 10 o'clock, ma'am.
9:30 and 10 o'clock of January 1.
Yes, ma'am.
DG Villanueva, anong oras at petsa nyo po ba tinurn over itong 11 Chinese nationals sa Bureau of Immigration?
Mr. Chair, talagang, I'm sorry, talagang hindi ko ma-remember yung doon sa Arlene apartment na after operation.
At
because
at
I
least
was
with-
focused more on the laboratory.
On the
kasi
follow-up operation. I understand. I
aside
heard
from
you.
follow-up, Mr. Chair, is nagdatingan kasi doon, yung briefing na kinakandak ko sa airport, Mr. Chair, is that ito yung kinikwento ko yung operation sa Dumoy. It's not really kung ano pa yung mga operation na andyan. Na andun yung top brass, kinuwento ko what happened. Kinuwento ko kung saan nagumpisa, kung saan natapos. Because after that, Mr. Chair, dumiretso na kami sa Dumoy apartment. Sa Dumoy laboratory. Ngayon, merong PIDEA, composite ng PIDEA, Davao City Police Office at BID na nag-follow-up operation sa Arlene apartment in which wala akong personal knowledge na dumiretso sila sa Arlene apartment. Ang ano lang is follow-up. Because I'm more focused doon sa mga VIPs na naandun na to brief them on where dito saan ang enkwentro, itong machine na to para saan ito, because naandun lahat, Mr. Chair. Naandun si late Secretary Reyes, naandun si General Aglipay, naandun si General De
if I
Leon.
may interrupt. I understand that from your own testimony and that of Mr. Quedato, the reason why these key officials arrive in Davao is because of the Dumoy operation. Tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Would you not agree with me that the apprehension of the 11 Chinese nationals, if not part, is a follow-through of the Dumoy operation? No.
That is post-operation investigation.
In other words, it's a follow-through of the Dumoy operation. Don't you
Ye-
find it
yes,
significant to include it in the briefing to the top officials who arrived for the purpose of that Dumoy operation?
I was not aware of that post. I just ordered SPO for Carillo, o anuhan niyo yan, balikan niyo yan. But I was not aware during that time na magpa-follow up na pala sila during that time na nag-aasikaso ako ng mga VIPs on that following day.
Are you trying to tell us, DG Villanueva, that when these key officials arrive, wala pang naa-apprehend na 11 Chinese
Wala
nationals?
pa, Mr. Chair. Wala pa po. Ang focus ko noon is ayusin sila dahil pupunta sila not because of this Chinese na inapprehend but because of the Dumoy anti-clandestine laboratory operation.
I just want to share that based on the testimony of Colonel Las Cañas, these 11 Chinese nationals were brought to him by a police officer on the night of December 31. And that is the night before the supposed arrival and briefing that you are referring to. Well, I'm not preempting the truth, DG Villanueva. I am just trying to reconcile
Yes.
the facts that we are eliciting from this Quadcom hearing. Nevertheless, Mr. Chair, I just want to add to the request of the Honorable Kit Flores. I recall that during the previous hearings, Rose Nono Lin shared with us the Chinese passport of Alan Lim. So I wish to believe that in his previous so many travels, when going through the Bureau of Immigration, he's presenting and using these Chinese passports. And I believe that most of the passports, if not all, bear the thumbprint or thumb mark of the bearer of the passport. Since we have opted to go for forensic evidence as raised and recommended by the Honorable Flores, I respectfully move, Mr. Chair, that we solicit the help of the NBI to make the necessary examination of the thumb mark appearing in the police report during the Cavite operation of Alan Lim, vis-a-vis the thumb mark that is appearing in the Chinese passport, which I believe is in the records of the Bureau of Immigration already. So move, Mr. Chair.
There is a motion to direct the NBI to examine the thumbprints of Mr. Alan Lim in order to determine whether Alan Lim and Mr. Lin Wei Xiong is one and the same person. Is that correct? So, any second?
A second, Mr. Chair.
Duly seconded. Any objections? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Comsec, please coordinate with the NBI.
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Flores.
I'd just like to make some follow-up questions lang. Is Colonel Asherto with us po, Mr. Chair?
Yes, Comsec, we have invited Colonel Asherto. Is he online?
Mr. Chair, yes.
Yes, he is online. But before that, let me acknowledge first the presence of our Deputy Speaker, Robbie Puno, and Congressman Ando Waminal. Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Colonel Asherto, are you present pa? Is he, Comsec, is he online?
Colonel Asherto, are you online? Before that, let me acknowledge also former Senator Antonio Trillanes. our invited resource person. So, Colonel Asierto. Sige, with the indulgence of Congressman Keith, while waiting
Ay, go ahead,
for
sir.
the acknowledgement of Colonel Asierto, please proceed, Congressman Paduano.
Thank you, Chairman. Just for the record, I'd just like to ask si Mr. Kidato. Sir, sabi mo kanina, January 1 ka na dumating? At around
Between 9:30 and 10.
9:30
AM.
AM.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, sige. Kasi, pag nakuha natin yung record, dalawang bagay lang yan. Hindi ka na-brief ng taga-BI or na-brief ka, hindi mo sinabing totoo o nakalimutan mo. But anyway, Mr. Chairman, may I move, Mr. Chairman, that we direct the PDEA to DG Lasso to submit the PDEA logbook with regards to the Dumoy starting kasi once siya dumating starting December 31, 2004 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Kasi yun yung critical na oras eh. And the following day, dumating daw si Mr. Kidato. So move, Mr. Chairman. And please submit it before the next hearing. Okay po.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
May I ask you did you move for a, did you have a motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I move that the ANBI, the PDEA, to DG Lasso should submit to this committee the PDEA logbook starting December 31, 2004 at 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
PDEA, please comply with the request of Congressman Paduano. Thank you, Congressman Paduano. Please proceed, Congressman Flores.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Is Colonel Asierto already online?
Colonel Asierto.
While waiting for him, DG Wilkins, I'm sorry, the questions were, I know, 20 years ago, di ba, the events, and I understand that there are difficulties in remembering the exact things that happened, but thank you for your answers kanina pa. I just wanted to let you know na I appreciate the answers pa.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
So, Colonel Asierto, is he online? Comsec?
Po.
Colonel Asierto,
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
if you were listening kanina, did you hear about the answers of DG Wilkins Villanueva regarding the Dumoy raid, particularly about what happened dun sa 11 Chinese who were transferred to the BID as a result of the Dumoy raid?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. If my memory serves me right, wala po akong maalalang tinan-over sa BID, pero ang alam ko po, nung January 1, the following morning, upon the arrival ng then Superintendent Kidato, they invited the Chinese national dun sa Arlene apartment for questioning on possible violation of immigration law.
So
Yun po ang matatandaan ko.
So wala kang information about any other Chinese nationals who were transferred to the BID from that apartment? Yung 11 daw ang sinasabi nila eh.
Ang alam ko po is inibitahan nila yung mga Chinese national doon sa Arlene apartment for interview for possible violation of immigration law. Yun po yung natatandaan ko. Wala pong turnover na 11 sa BID.
Maalala nyo ba kung ilang days after the Dumoy raid, this thing happened ba? Na yung pag-turnover or for questioning ng 11 Chinese nationals?
The following day po, January 1.
The following day?
Upon the arrival po nila ng mga BIP with BID kasama po si Superintendent Kidato. Well, nasa Dumoy po kami na narinig ko na lang po na alaman ko na yung mga Chinese national na nakatira sa Arlene apartment ay imbitahan ng BID for questioning.
Can you refresh my memory po? Ano nga importance ng Arlene apartment na yan? Ano ang significance niya in the Dumoy raid?
Doon po nakatira si Alan C. saka si Jed Pilapil C. at yung ibang Chinese na naging subject ng aming surveillance operation.
Okay, so doon nakatira yung pinaka-mastermind sinasabi nyo sa Dumoy na laboratory, sa Arlene apartment. Tama po ba?
Si Alan C. po. Si
Alan C.
Yung
Okay.
operation manager na tinatawag namin.
Okay. Would you confirm that, DG Wilkins?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, kaya nga, so then it goes back to the question, no, na medyo important yung fact that there were 11 other Chinese nationals living in the same apartment where the head of the laboratory was also living, di ba? From your opinion lang po, DG Wilkins.
Mr. Chair, it's not same apartment,
Not same.
one apartment.
So, rows of apartment.
Rows of apartment.
Okay.
So, talagang ginather na lang yung mga Chinese looking doon.
Basta Chinese.
Yes, basta Chinese, Mr. Chair. Para talagang maano natin kung sino may involvement, kung sinong wala.
Okay. And Colonel Sherto, ano bang sa pagkaalam niyo po, ano ang nangyari doon sa 11? Were they released? Were they deported? Were they what?
Ay nirelease po sila dahil wala pong nakitang violation yata doon sa immigration. Pero hindi ko na po matandaan kung ilang araw o ilang linggo sila bago sila na-release ng immigration.
Okay. So again, I'll go back to DG Wilkins now. So it's also possible, DG, na they only lived in that apartment because there were also Chinese living there. Hindi naman necessarily na involved sila doon sa operations.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
But again, since all 6 that were in the Dumoy laboratory were all Chinese nationals, it also raises the concern na posible din na involved din yung iba kasi nga Chinese looking din yung mga nakatira doon.
Possible, Mr.
Possible din, di ba? And it is on this point na yung premise ko sa concern na parang bakit parang nawala na lang sa atensyon, bakit parang nawala na lang sa usapan yung 11 other persons of the same nationality of the other persons who were while operating that laboratory. Kasi if a natural person, no, would be an ordinary person would come to the conclusion na posibleng may links kasi nga same nationality, same rows of apartment, and medyo malaki din yung drug laboratory, no? So meaning baka pwedeng shifting, pwedeng ang ginagawa nila doon. So yun lang, no, I just puts into question the actions not just of the PIDEA Region 11 at that time, but also of the anti-drug police units na bakit walang follow-up itong na ginawa dito sa 11 Chinese nationals na to. So go ahead, sir.
Una, ang haba nga ng proseso, Mr. Chair. So after sa laboratory, again, we reviewed all the surveillance tapes. So tingnan namin mga muka nung mga nakuna namin for the past 3 months. And then isa-isa yung mga kinwestiyon. Wala naman tumama dun sa mukha eh. So there's no for us immediate kasi na yung follow-up operation on other laboratories.
Yes. So doon nakatutok yung
doon nakatutok kasi nga again 28 lang kami, Mr. Chair, and priority task requirement ang sinusunod namin. But may kasama pa rin kasing taga Davao City Police Office, BID, and may isang PIDEA. But nireview namin yung mga tapes, walang mukha doon. Kaya nga kung makikita natin yung listahan dito kanina, yung isa doon, may Carlos C. pa nga parang tataya tayo ni matanda na yung Mr. Chair.
So we will wait for again the report also of the Bureau of Immigration as to what happened, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Again,
Mr.
thank
Chair.
you again,
Yes.
DG, and thank you, Colonel Asierto.